Welcome to Danny's Mobile Tech News Podcast, a tech podcast discussing the latest in AI, mobile networks, and innovation.
Welcome back to another episode of Danny's Mobile Tech News Podcast, the show where we break down the biggest stories in AI and wireless tech. I'm your host, Peter. Today we're talking about the latest AI lawsuits, satellite phones, and rising wireless costs. Our featured co-hosts today are Lisa and Mark. Hey guys.
Hey Peter, excited to dive into today's topics on Assam. We've got some juicy AI drama, mobile network updates, and even some space age mobile coverage to discuss.
Yeah, we're talking lawsuits, satellites, and price hikes. Sounds like a wild ride. Peter, can we start by talking about AI security and lawsuits?
Let's kick things off with AI because let's be honest, there's never a dull moment in that space. The UK is shifting its AI strategy under Prime Minister Keir Starmer, renaming its AI Safety Institute to the AI Security Institute. They're focusing less on woke concerns like bias and more on preventing serious risks. Lisa, what's your take?
It's definitely a change in approach. The UK was originally more focused on ethical AI, but now they're prioritizing security threats, probably to align more with US policies. Think deep fake threats, autonomous AI risks, and data security.
Right, and security is a huge deal, especially with AI models getting smarter. But speaking of AI models, one startup, Cohere, is in hot water right now. Big publishers like Condé Nast and McClatchy are suing them for allegedly using copyrighted content to train their AI.
This is becoming a theme, huh? OpenAI, Google, now Cohere. All these AI companies are getting hit with lawsuits from media companies who say their work was scraped without permission. Lisa, do these publishers have a case?
Absolutely. These AI models need vast amounts of text to train on, and if they're pulling from copyrighted news articles, that's a major legal issue. But on the flip side, it's hard to prove what exact content was used since AI models don't store direct copies.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, will we see a future where AI companies have to license data like music streaming services do?
That's the million-dollar question. But let's pivot to something a little more fun. AI tools that are actually helping people.
So while some AI companies are getting sued, others are rolling out helpful tools. A company that's been in the news for quite some time for their innovations, Perplexity, just released a free deep research AI that could shake up the market.
Yeah, unlike OpenAI and Google, which are moving toward paid AI access, Perplexity is offering sophisticated research capabilities for free. And get this, it's coming to Mac, iOS, and Android soon.
That's big. Imagine being a student or researcher and having an AI assistant that can dig deep into complex topics without hitting a paywall.
Exactly. This could pressure bigger AI firms to rethink their pricing models. But speaking of tech that could change everything, let's talk satellite-powered mobile service.
Well, now that you mention it, T-Mobile and Starlink are taking their satellite-to-cell service to the next level. They're expanding their beta program that lets phones connect to satellites in areas without regular coverage. No special hardware needed. It works with standard smartphones.
This is really exciting. I mean, imagine hiking in the middle of nowhere or traveling in a dead zone and boom, your phone still works. But it's worth mentioning that this service only covers text and possibly voice for now. So don't get all excited thinking you can surf YouTube in dead cell phone areas. From what I understand, the satellite service will be good only in countries that partner with T-Mobile and Starlink. I think this will continue to expand over time, but you have to check the details to see if any countries you are traveling to have mobile providers that have partnered with them.
That's what I heard too, Lisa, and the best part is that T-Mobile is offering this beta for free until July. After that, it'll be part of their premium plans, but even lower-tier users can add it for a small monthly fee.
It really has the potential to be a true game changer if they don't price it out of reach. And they're not the only ones. Vodafone recently made a satellite-enabled video call from an area with zero cell coverage. The goal, I think, is to eliminate the 350 million people worldwide who still don't have mobile broadband.
Yeah, and for anyone wondering, this isn't just for calls. Eventually, we could see streaming, gaming, and even emergency services powered through satellites.
All right, let's bring everyone back down to earth, literally. Verizon is raising prices again, this time on their Mobile Protect multi-device plans. Customers with 4 to 20 lines will see an $8 increase starting in March.
What? That's the second price increase in 2 months. People are already complaining online, saying they might switch carriers. I wonder how they will compete unless they are talking with their partners. Competitors. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if we're heading into another wave of price hikes from all the big carriers.
Probably. Inflation, infrastructure costs, and investments in things like 5G and satellite connectivity all play a role. But while we're happy about progress, we consumers aren't happy about it.
Well, it might be time to start looking at alternative providers. T-Mobile and AT&T haven't announced hikes yet. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. We covered the UK's new AI strategy, the lawsuits shaking up the AI world, Perplexity's free research tool, T-Mobile's satellite expansion, and Verizon's not-so-fun price hike.
Yeah, it's been a jam-packed rapid-fire episode, and we'll be keeping an eye on how these stories develop. If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share with your fellow tech fans.
And as always, if you've got thoughts on any of today's topics, hit us up on social media at Maestro Alvarez on X or drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for tuning in to Danny's Mobile Tech News podcast, where we keep you ahead of the curve. See you next time.
This is the Danny Mobile Tech Podcast. Go ahead, subscribe. You know you want to.